front of the tuck box is done in blue, 2 shades of gray and white, and has the Virtuoso logo. One long edge has the Virtuoso logo as well, and the other long edge says Virtuoso. The back is a continuation of the design and just says P1 Foundations in the corner. The bottom is going to be some ad copy, and then you're going to get something that Virtuoso has never done before. Not only has Virtuoso never done a tuck seal in general, but this one is just a step above. It says the 10th Virtuoso and has the Virtuoso logo in the middle. The large inner tuck flap says designed for cardistry, and the one inner tuck flap says P1. Now let's take a look at the back design, which is absolutely stunning. It is very close, but not exactly the same as the last 2 Virtuoso P1 decks. Let me explain. This is actually the 3rd deck in this series. The first deck was only in black and white, and the second deck was in red. But with these 3 decks, there's actually something different about the blue one, even in comparison to the other 2, which is in the middle circle. Right inside of that black ring, you're gonna see a small blue ring, which the other 2 did not have. This one doesn't have a small red ring. This doesn't have anything else like a small gray ring. This one is going to stand out in that case. And I got really nervous when I first got this out that this was just gonna be the same thing, just a new color. So I appreciate a little bit of variety, but you'll see the most of the variety on the faces. But first, of course, you're gonna wanna see how this deck is going to look fanning, and fanning the other way. Virtuoso with these last few decks have had their own suits. With their first deck, it looked like this. They actually had 4 different colors for each of their suits. The other thing they had was values and indices. Then when you got to the red deck, it was pretty close to the same, but everything was done in black and red. So because of that, you had 2 red suits and 2 black suits. But notice this corner is still the same. Now we're under this new Virtuoso deck, and you're gonna have a little bit of a different design in the center, but the main difference is the fact that this corner no longer has the values and indices. The indices was shifted up a little bit and made a little bit bigger. And because of that, fans are going to look absolutely beautiful. Normally you'd start with the ace of spades, but clearly that's not what we're working with here. This would be your 2, and you can always tell by how many of the pips there are surrounding that center circle. So you have 3s, 4s, 5s, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because there's no jacks, this is just 11, this is going to be 12, and this is going to be 13. Then you get your other 3 suits. I'm just going to show you one of them each, that way I don't waste your time. These are your other 3. Your 4 ad cards, when you put them together, actually show you the 4 suits, which I think is pretty dang sick. On the back of this ad card, you're going to get actually mostly just ad copy. On the back of this design, you're going to get a really fun like circle looking design, which you could either frame and put up, or you can just do pirouette with it all day because it actually just looks insane. When you put the 2 of these together, you're gonna get a beautiful design. But on top of that, there's actually some words on here which are way more meaningful. They say, when he appointed the foundations of the earth, he set the limits of the seas. And I just have to wonder if that has anything to do with Christianity. And truth be told, I really hope it does, because I myself am a Christian. First, let's start with a Faro shuffle, just to see if this deck is going to be working well for moves like water bend and stuff, and that one worked beautifully, absolutely no issues there. Then we're gonna try it from top to bottom, because some decks Faro one way and not the other, and there's no issues there either. But I figure since I've already got them Faroed, I might as well do at least a little bit to show you what they're gonna look like when you're doing the moves that you love with Virtuoso playing cards. Now, Virtuoso's back design does one more move that is really special, and it's actually my second favorite deck in the entire planet that does this move the best. And that is Pirouette, which is when you can take a card and spin it on your finger, and it looks like that. Absolutely stunning. Only one deck beats it. Virtuoso playing cards absolutely always kills the game with that move. The other one, of course, that you've got to do is Under Pressure. Now, if you own either the other 2 Virtuoso P1 decks, this deck, when it comes to the thickness of it, is going to be the exact same. I put them right on the table, all 3 of them, and literally tried to like push one card over the top of the other, because if it's thicker, it'll be like higher and you just slide it on top. There's literally no difference. They just hit. And that was it. And honestly, they feel the same as well. Now let me give you one last Faces fan that you can see what it's going to look like once they're all shuffled up. Now I'm not sure if this deck has already dropped to any third-party retailer since it just came into me yesterday, and I got it from the Kickstarter. But if it has, I'll make sure to search for it and put a link to it in the description below. Subscribe for more deck reviews just like this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. This is CPM, signing off.